But the more people will say, oh, you're going to jail, you're going to prison, and the more I say, I'm not going to prison and defending myself, the worse it gets. So what I've started to tell people is it's between me and God. You can think whatever you want. You can believe
Faith,
whatever you
but
want. It's between me and God.
Habubs, listen to me. Listen. At some point, what are your reactions? And I'm going to be honest with you because I know myself. This is not based on who you are. This is based on who I am, right? At some point, someone's going to cross the wrong kind of toe, Faith. The wrong brain snap. The wrong chemical imbalance day because you're depressed. And you know what I'm saying? And you're going to do something awful. And then you will end up in serious civil problems. And what I'm saying to you, Faith, is if the answer, Bubs, if the resolution is to cease and desist it before it gets worse, you should be grateful you got that opportunity. You're not in civil, you're not in court, you're not in with the police. But the thing is, babe, someday someone with enough money or enough will or enough hate and in their heart, they will do that kind of thing. And your biggest problem isn't going to be TikTok and the hurt and the hate and the harassment. Do you know what it is? It's going to be court cases and $16,000 for lawyers. Who needs that, Bubs?
I mean, no one needs that. I don't need that. I just hope you know, after knowing me for so long, one, if I was in such trouble, my parents would not keep me in their house. You know them. You've met them. You know this.
I do.
If I was such a bad person, if they were concerned of my behavior at all, my ass would be in a facility somewhere right the fuck now.
Actually, Faith,
sitting.
Baba, listen to me. In all fairness, I have met your parents, so I could have an opinion. Your father loves his daughter with the utmost, but you also know how your mother feels. Because she's also a woman. Okay, so they have two very different perspectives. Your daddy's little girl, but your mother relates to you as a woman now. I also know the variances of their opinions, Faith. But Faith, for a mother and a father to have to say to their child, you got to go to this and that to save them, that's not a downfall on you, that's a downfall on their parenting. So I wouldn't blame them if they never chose that route. But I'm being honest to you, Faith, as someone who cares and cares for the light in people, not just you, but in the light in the world, my love, I was a person who needed help and I never knew it. I didn't know it. I was hurt, I was toxic, I was awful, and I reflected awful out of reactive abuse. I knew what that took away from me and what played that on my soul. Here's the thing, lucky for me, God's gift, silver lining, it was so violent and so awful that I was in my house for 6 months with not wanting to leave the home. I didn't have a choice. I got so unwell and so unsafe by that person that it was forced upon me. I see it as a thank you now because I see how much help I got received and I needed to get that after being in something that I was in. My situation is so different to yours, so different. But I'm saying I didn't know I needed the help because when I realized after I finally got healthy, I'm like, fuck, I really needed that. Sometimes we don't know what's always best for us.
For 4 days a week, for 8 hours a day, consistently. I'm doing the work. I'm doing it. Can
I ask you a question? How can you do the work if you're putting yourself on the same fire and burning yourself daily? How can you heal from something you haven't left? How can you learn from something that you haven't had time to have a break from? Because for example, if I go to cook, right, and I burn my hand on the stove, how is my skin ever going to heal if I just keep touching the stove? It just gets worse.
It's not gonna heal. Yeah, and I will say I'm taking the steps to have the help and to figure it out and to get it done and to get the intensive therapy and to get all of the medications straightened out and all of those
Faith,
things.
One people don't realize is that, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say this publicly, but they do need to realize. But I know she's lying to me, Liz. I know my friend. I know when she's lying to me. I'm not an idiot, guys. I'm just a person who doesn't want to join a hate club. I know what it feels like. I'm not built that way. But what I'm saying to you, Faith, is one, guys, what you guys don't realize, her mental age is much younger than she looks. Secondly, guys, I'm not in the habit of putting people who are more vulnerable than me down. So when I say this, Faith, I do not stand by your decisions as a friend, and I will not associate where it causes me harm. I take the right to reserve my peace. But what I do wish for you, my darling, is recognition, accountability, healing, acceptance, and rebuild. But you cannot rebuild while you're still burning in the house. And you are setting a light every time. You shouldn't leave just because haters say. You should want for it for yourself. Stay until you want it for yourself. But this is what you need to do. Because you know what, babe? For example, Faith, let me explain something to you. If I go ahead to your house and I beat you, right? Just say, like, I would never, everybody, but like we're imagining. I'm the abuser in the situation, right? And I go ahead and, you know what I mean? But then I show up every day just knocking on your door. Hi. I can't get forgiveness. Because I'm not giving you time to heal.
Okay, wait. You can't use that example.
I can't use that.
You can't use that example.
Why? Tell me why.
Because.
Faith, could I allow some people in the box?
Yeah, but who first?
Sure. Yeah, sure. This lady has promised to be respectful. So I'm gonna let her in the box, my darling. But if she's not respectful, I'll remove her, okay? Because I don't want to endorse bullying. Okay. How do I let these Someone, I'm a newbie. This is my first time. If anybody wants to hold my hand and change my diaper, I need it, okay? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Multi-guess? Is this what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so this lady has been so patient. Liz, nice to meet you. I'm teed up. I'm guessing you know Faith.
Hi, yes, I do. Faith, it's Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
You know that I'm always respectful to you. First of all, T, I want to say, in all of the years and months I've been following Faith and seeing people talk to her, I don't think anybody has ever talked to her as genuine as you have right now, and you literally almost made me cry.
She always has. She's my Faith, best friend for a
This
reason.
is what I want you to hear from her. This is what everybody wants you to hear from her. You know that you keep making mistakes. What people want you to do is stop. What you need to do, Faith, is take a break from TikTok. Take a break.
And then what?
Get your head straight.
My head's never gonna be straight, love.
Yes, it is, honey. You just said you're gonna go to counseling, right?
And I do every damn day. My head's never gonna be.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Bubs? Can I ask you a question? Before you say something in defense for a public image, remind yourself your public image is already in the bin.
Yeah.
If I go call Dad right now, is he going to tell me you're in therapy every day for 8 hours? For 8 hours every day.
And Faith, here's the thing.
I'm there Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
You're streaming 24 hours a day. So.
No, I'm there Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay,
okay, so 3 days a week? 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 8 to 1. Yeah, well. So that's like 6 hours? I know that's very good. That's very good therapy. That's an decent amount of time, I would say.
I can call him. Would you like me to?
Absolutely not.
No, Bubs. I don't listen to me. Look at me. I got shit on my head. Listen, Bubs, I'm not a jury. I'm not a juror. No. I'm not a judge. You know one thing on TikTok everybody forgets is no one's got a badge.
Yep.
I don't see no one with the Justice of a Peace, a badge. I don't see no one. None of them are detectives, unless they're actual detectives. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to judge you, but what I am here to do is tell you genuinely, you're fucking up. Yeah. Because, babe, do you know how I know? You know how I know, sis? Because I'm literally sitting here in front of, as a brand new live streamer to this platform, I'm sitting in front of these amazing people, and no one's asking me how I am. Do you know what they're asking me? To interrogate you.
I know.
That's how
I
I
know.
know.
No,
Well,
but T,
that's another thing. I want her. That's why I'm saying I want her to take a break from TikTok. I want her to get herself straight. I want her to fix what she has
That's a
broken.
great point. That's a great point.
yeah.
Let me say the books the other day, Faith. That lady was genuinely trying to help you. She
Well,
really
that's
was.
fucking insulting.
And I
As hell.
understand that that's how you took it, but for you to react and then treat your dad the way that you treated him that day, just because somebody sent you books,
That were insulting?
honey.
It'd be different. It'd be different if he was the one giving me those books, not some random person on the internet.
Okay. Hold on, Liz. Can I please take my stream back? So
Absolutely.
1 second, Faith. Here's the thing: every day you take gifts of people who have the best intentions for you, or not so best intentions, but they're giving you a gift at the end of the day. She didn't give you a pile of dog shit. She didn't give you a pile of manure. She was a concerned citizen, I would say, who sent you a self-help book. That's actually, even if you find it insulting, that's someone actually caring for your well-being to give you advice that might actually help instead of from the internet. And the way you're looking at it, babe, is in the worst way. And I know how you feel, trust me. Because when you are against the public opinion, honestly, you just want to give up. You want to play the villain role. And I did for a very long time, sis. I can play the villain role. You are playing the villain role in your life. Someone sends some, and look, you know what that also does to a person's brain? She should have done it in the right way. She said, hey, I would love to send you some self-help books that I feel that might help. Okay? But sometimes gifts are not always delivered in the way you would like them to be delivered. You know, with
They're
God,
not
right?
gifts if I'm not even told.
Yeah, but babe, it is. It's a surprise gift. If I showed up at your doorstep with a bow on my forehead and said, hi,
Well,
are
that's
you going to be like,
fucking
that's
you.
insulting, you didn't tell me. No, you're going to open
See,
your door,
you
you're going to give
cannot
me a
use
drink.
that. See, you can't
It's a
use that.
self-help
You're
book,
my
but
best friend.
I'm just saying, it's a gift unexpectedly.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? All
A
I'm pointing
gift
out
of
to you,
how to
sis,
treat your mother. How to treat your mother is a gift.
Okay, but
It's
Faith,
was
fucking
it a
insulting.
self-help book or was it an insulting book?
No, it was insulting.
she took it
It was how
insulting.
to treat your mother.
I had
How to treat your mother.
Faith. Can I
Like
explain?
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
you have time and time and time again treated your parents on this platform very, very badly. People
Yeah, but that's her parents to do with so Liz.
No,
At the
no,
end
no.
of the day, that's her parents.
No, but I'm saying we all can see it because she puts it online for everybody to see. So
Okay.
then
It doesn't matter.
I know, but then somebody sends you a book and says, "Hey, we see that you're not getting along with your mom. How about you read this book and see if you can get
Well,
anything
then why
else from
can't
it?"
they tell me? They can
Alright.
tell me and be like, hey.
So I'm just going to play devil's advocate here to the population because you guys don't know me, but I do know Faith and I have met her parents. When it comes to her father, Faith is in the wrong. But when it comes to her mother, they're equally awful to each other. And I will personally say that I've witnessed it. Equally awful. And I have seen some questionable things. And I'm not joking, before Faith was a TikToker, Faith was, and I will say this against Faith's character, before Faith was a TikToker, this person that you guys get to see is not the person I know.
Right.
I know.
This was built. This is not, this was built. This is not her natural nature. But what I am saying in this scenario, someone's written in my comments that it was a cognitive level of self-help book to help your mental health. Just because you didn't like the title doesn't mean that would have helped you, and that they didn't have intention. I believe that. So look, Liz, I've heard you out, sis. I think you're a beautiful girl. Thank you so much for saying that nice thing about me. What I want to do, I want to give somebody else is like dying to try and come up, but I don't want to overwhelm Faith because I'm not trying to endorse bullying.
No,
So
absolutely.
I'm going to switch you out and I'm going to put one at a time because overwhelming somebody just doesn't help, does it?
I absolutely understand. I just want Faith to know again, I am not against her. I just want to help her turn this around and stop doing the things over and over again. You know what I mean?
I was Lisa.
And
But
I think
Lisa,
you're amazing.
Lisa, here's the thing, my darling. Here's the thing. Do you have friends throughout your life that you didn't like for a period of time because they were hurting you? See,
Absolutely.
love, friendship, and loyalty, they're all choices, right?
Yep.
They're all choices. The person I know Faith to be is not the person you guys see in front of you, and she's not her actions. But do I hold her accountable? Absolutely. I'm not a soft friend. I'm not a soft friend.
No.
I'm not the friend you come to for model coddling. I'm the friend you come to for. No, she's not. She wasn't a good friend to me, Kat. That's a fact. Hold on. She wasn't a good friend to me, and she's done the most awful. And that's why she now has to respect my boundary that I've removed myself from her life very actively to sometimes now, because I need to protect my peace, because I realized what she did to me. To lie on my name publicly on a show wasn't, I copped a lot of
How
heat for
did
that,
I
but I
lie?
forgive her.
Can I
I
ask
forgive
you how
her.
I lied? Can I ask you how I lied?
Do you want me to go for word, babe?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm very confused. You said
Okay.
you didn't.
Okay. Liz, can I get you down, babe, and then I can
Yeah.
yeah?
I just wanted to say.
I don't know how to do that. Could you teach me?
I'll do it. Don't worry. I just want to say, Faith, I think you have a very good friend right here, and I really,
I
really,
know.
really hope that you take her words to heart and
I know.
really, really listen to her, because I think that she truly, truly, truly cares about you.
I know.
I do.
T's
I do.
been my best
Yes,
friend.
I'll get down, babe.
I know.
You're fine.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. It was so nice to meet you.
You too, honey.
Guys, I will allow people to come up in the box. But I just ask. I ask. One, you don't owe her any respect, clearly, but I ask that you respect me, not knowing me as a stranger. I have no prejudgments or preconceived about anybody. So I would happily allow you guys to come up and say what you need to say, but always remaining being a mature adult about a mature adult situation. I know that there's a lot of emotions involved for everybody, it seems like. So just keep everybody in control. Keep your own emotions in control. Faith, so let me tell you what you lied upon. So when you got up in Role Models box, the first thing you said was, I gave you an ultimatum, I won't be your friend. No, that's not what I ever said to you. I said to you something at the start out of anger because you triggered me, and then I walked around it and I talked you through it. I'm entitled to emotions just like you. But what you portrayed to other people on that platform was that I personally attacked you when you came to me to ask me for help. You asked me for my opinion, you opened the door, but you gave the story of I attacked you and I gave my unwanted opinion. First lie. Second lie. Babe, these are all recorded. Let's be real.
But I want you to hear me when I say this. I know it's recorded. I know you took it that way, but all I heard in the conversation that we had was you stepping away from me. And
I have
I
the
know
right to
now
deserve
why.
that. Yes, I will,
What?
Bugsy. Just please be patient. There's a lot of situations. I will get to you. Just be patient with me, please. I've seen you. I've addressed you. I said I will let you in the box. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me get. I can't do this. We gotta be patient, guys. We gotta go down. All right. So, Faith, doesn't matter how you feel about the situation. You invited me to a situation. You asked me for an opinion. You asked me for the advice. You asked me to be the friend you know me to be. I assisted. I took the role. And I acted appropriately. I did not leave you. I did not blast you. I have emotions. I have passion, and I care. So when you ask a person who cares for you, they're unfiltered emotions, a real time, real thing. I stand by everything I said, but I said everything based on not knowing facts because I don't want to know. Faith, I've seen enough. I don't need to know every detail, every spot, because you know what? Life, truth be told, you didn't come to my defense. You didn't come to my defense.
I didn't know it was happening.
You didn't. What do you mean you didn't know it was happening? The whole app knew.
I didn't
You didn't
know
check on me one time when I was in the hospital and it was posted. When it was posted throughout I was in hospitals and stuff.
I reached out to you a couple times.
Faith, stop talking over top of me. I'm gonna get upset. Please give me the respect I give you. Please zip it. I love you, but zip it. The thing is, you asked me for my opinion, sister, and I gave it to you, Bubs. You know what I'm saying? And I gave it to you in the most rawest form with the most honest.
Yeah.
You then took something that I cared, and whether I conveyed it in the best way, I did it in the best way I know how. I'm healing, not healed.
Yeah.
You should have accepted that, but you didn't. What you did is you went to a higher streamer with a bit more of a platform on a featured show and publicly had me harassed by lying on my name, saying I would bully you. Meanwhile, 3 months prior to that, I was in a hospital for trying to take my life from bullying.
Gee,
How dare you? How dare you?
I
No,
didn't.
don't interrupt me. How dare you? But I love you and I forgive you because I know who you to be. I know who you to be. I know the
And I
heart
know
you
you to.
have. I know the smiley girl you to be. I know the kind nature you have. I know the beautiful person you are. But you do bad things. And I just want you to have the help. And here's the thing, babe. I've done bad things too. I've hurt people I love most while I was hurting. That's why I'm able to give you this advice. People say to you, oh, you know, she's crying, this is about her. I'm not making this about me. I have genuine emotions to this situation because I genuinely see you like a little sister. And I genuinely see the path you're on. But just because I'm built to take... Well, listen. You're talking to someone with experience, bub. You're talking to someone in experience. You want to know how to fix it. You go to the people that want to love you in the worst way. I'm publicly sitting in front of 145 people that I've never met, that don't know my story, don't know who I am, don't know my heart, and I'm going to put myself out there to be judged. But here's the thing. I do it because I'm a loyal person. And despite a public image, I want my actions to reflect my nature. And I had to learn a very long time. It took me a very long time to learn that. And I fucked off a lot of people to do that. I pissed off a lot of people to do that, but I eventually did it. And those that hold me in that house, I no longer associate with because they know better. They were the people that drove me to those situations.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But here's the thing, Faith. How can you get better from a situation if you don't take the medicine?
I am. I'm going to therapy. I'm taking the medication. I'm doing the work.
I get that, my sister. I get that. But, Bubs, how can you heal if you have just sat there and every day you eat the same poison they give you? You're going to reflect the same poison. It's called a reactive cycle of abuse.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Is it... So, basically what you're telling me is I always have to take the high road? I'm genuinely asking.
Always. No matter what anyone does to you, you should always take the high road because it's your soul on the end of the line. This life is only for 60, 70 years. It's short. And we've already halfway through it, sis. And when I tell you our day comes of judgment and I tell you we are marked not by what we have in this life, but who turns up to our funeral, what is our life worth living if we are not loved in it?
I know.
How are you getting love? That must be awful.
I'm actually, I'm getting a lot of love because people are seeing what people are doing to me and they are realizing there comes a point when it's turned from, quote, awareness to straight up harassment and bullying.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have to leave just because some fucker on the internet has an opinion.
That is a great point. That's a great point, my sister. But listen, that is an amazing point. You should never succumb to bullies because it just gives them more power. But this is not you succumbing to bullies. Once you realize that you wouldn't give yourself a break from these platforms, you're not giving your break from these platforms to protect yourself from them. You shouldn't. You're doing it because you know there's something wrong in your life, Faith. 3 years ago, Faith, you would have... Hold on 1 second. 3 years ago, Faith, you would have never, ever lied on my name. You would have never, ever watched people publicly attack me and destroy me when I was weak. You wouldn't have done that. You can't sit there and say You cannot sit there and say you don't need help. You should be doing this for you, for the faith that I know, for the people that you love, that love you.
I'm doing this. I am reacting in this way out of pure confusion and frustration and not understanding what's
That only works. That excuse only works for the first couple of weeks.
No,
It's been a
I'm
year.
confused. I'm genuinely confused.
What are you confused
Because
about?
I'm confused because people are like, do better, do better, do better, do better, do better. I understand that, but when you go into other people's chats and you talk shit about the other person and you tell them how shitty they are, and then you tell them to stay away from someone when they haven't even opened their fucking mouth, how do you expect me to be nice and take the high road at that point? Because that's
Okay,
what's
so
happening.
let
and
me
everyone's
explain
getting
it to you. What people do is none of your business. What other people do is none of your business. What you do is your business. How you react is your business. How you involve yourself is your business. None of those people and what they're doing is your business. Those who mind won't matter. Those who don't mind matter. Do you understand? Dr. Seuss said it a very long time ago and made it in the most simple form. But here's the thing, Faith. What they do is none of your business. These reels and stuff like that, you don't need to pay it attention. What you need to focus on is why you're confused and how can you actually get help. You cannot get help while you're eating the same toxic you're trying to heal from. And that's just me giving my genuine advice. Anyone can disagree with me, but I know when I say this, I actually have your best intention at heart. You know, I've met you. You're a solid girl. Look, babe, I'll be honest with you. What you did to me was awful, but I've done plenty of awful things to people, and I have room for forgiveness for you growing as a woman, a young woman. I may have a bigger heart than others. I may have it or not. But Faith, when I say this with so much.
Faith, don't get in here.
Your mental is not right. You are sick. And I say that with so much. You cannot heal from an addiction whilst you're using that addiction. And your parents, your therapists, your community know you have this addiction. It is an addiction for you because this is the only form of escape of reality you have because you're in a wheelchair. And you are wheelchair bound, and being cerebral palsy is just awful. It's an awful disease and a degenerative disease, and it's only going to get worse. And accepting your reality is a harsh reality. Harsh one. One that I feel not pity, but I empathize. But just because that's your reality, you have to make the best of it. God gave it to you so you could survive it because you're strong. But what you're doing is feeding your addiction and telling people you're healing. You're lying. And you're lying to those who love you, and we know you're lying. And the fact is, Mario, is you keep reacting, keep making it worse, my girl. And saying, I'm okay, because some people are taking pity on me. Because the people who really do love you, like role model myself, your parents, and those that have actually been in your life for a very long time and have that room for forgiveness for you, you disregard every day. And I don't take it personal because I know you got an addiction. I've met many people with addiction, and I see this as a mental addiction. And I see because you're wheelchair bound, you're in that room every day, and the only way you can see the world is through this. And I get it, and it's the only way you feel valued. I get it because you're a young woman. You wanna dress up, you wanna meet boys, you wanna go out, but this is the only way it's safe enough for you to live your reality. And I get that, my love. But you are destroying exactly the person I fell in love for, the person I love for. I've not made a single comment.
I'm destroying that person, and I don't want to do
you
it.
can't.
I just can't do it anymore. Like, I can't just sit here and be okay. Like, I would understand if people allowed me to breathe and allowed me to make my own growth and make my own changes. Sitting here and having a fucking puppet made of me just to insult me is fucking wild. And
I agree, that's awful. I need you to take a moment. I need you to take hold on. I need you to take a moment. I need you to take a beat. I need you to take a beat. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your mental health is more important at the issue at hand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Just because you don't like what they're doing, babe, doesn't mean that's not how they feel better from your actions. And this is what I'm saying.
Oh,
I know.
I know they don't like my actions, but they're not helping the problem by continuing.
No, it's not. But Bubs, you're not helping the problem. Why should they help you while they know you're not helping yourself?
I'm not asking them to help me, T. I'm not asking them to do shit
You asked me to help you.
just help me.
You asked me to help you. You called me a couple of days ago. Babe, can I be honest with you?
What?
You know when you called me and you wanted to talk about our friendship? Do you know where I was?
No.
I was at the cemetery. I still picked up your phone. Still sat there. Talked to you through your issues that you won't even help me for. And I was staring at the grave of a person I can't save. I couldn't help. And I lost them. And I'm sitting there trying to deal with my emotions of who I am as a person. And I will always... No, but here's the thing. Me telling you it's not going to help. Who does it help? It doesn't help me because, I did the action. I was sitting there. I was doing what I needed to do for my peace. But the thing is, I pick up that phone and I'm okay with picking up that phone anytime, any day, any night, because that's who I am as a person. I will take the shirt off my back to help somebody. And I have done before. But here's the thing, Faith. I cannot be on the phone disrupting my peace for nothing that's good. If you were doing the hard work and I genuinely believed it, I'd be behind you. I'd behind you. I would be your strongest warrior.
Why don't you believe it? My parents.
Because I know.
And everyone I love.
Therapy's not helping. Therapy does not help when you're still dying from the same poison. You're sick from your addiction that makes you make bad reactions. You keep putting yourself back into your addiction.
Making a bad reaction. TikTok is not the problem. It's not the problem. I don't gift anymore as much as I used to. It's not the fucking problem anymore. It's the people that keep prolonging the situation. And you know what? This would all end if people understood that if they want me to be better, they have to give people room to grow.
Okay, so I'm gonna just hold on 1 second. So 1 second, Drea, I read your comment. Wrong person to tell this to. I'm Aussie. We call our best mates the C word, babe. Wrong person to ask. All right. So Bugsy's the lady that sent you those self-help books. Would you mind talking to her?
Yeah,
if it's respectful.
Yeah.
Okay. Bugsy, I don't know if you're in here, babe. If you want to request now, let's do that. Or I can put Faith in the box. Do you know Faith? Okay. So we're gonna let one because I've spoken enough.
No. Don't let Bob up. Please. I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Yes, it's Bob. Okay. Who's Bob? Who's Bob? Who's Bob? Who's Bob?
He's the person that's trying to get me thrown out of my house.
Thrown out of your house? How can he get you thrown out of your house?
He's called APS on me, on my family.
Okay, so here's Bugsy. Let's talk with Bugsy.
Hi, Bugsy.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Bugsy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You've just brought me to tears listening to you talk, and I appreciate you sharing your story. There's a couple of things that I want to say. Nobody really knows me on TikTok, and that's the way I want it. But I do want to say that I've worked in domestic violence shelters for several years. I'm a psychologist. And so I have a lot of experience behind me.
Amazing.
Yes, Faith, I did send you those books. I did not mean to send them to you They weren't sent to hurt
To
you.
insult. To insult.
And
Yeah.
let me just explain to you why I sent them and why I sent them the way I did. I sent you the 2 books the first time, and I chose 2 of the same kind of book. And I chose that way because we see you at different times, and you tell us, I'm confused, I don't understand, I'm confused, I don't understand. So I sent you basically the same book in 2 different levels, so that you would be able to understand one of them.
Yeah.
I sent you the
And
one.
I
Hold
would-
on, Faith, please. I sent you the second book because I see how you and your mom react to each other. But I hear how nasty you are to your parents. I have lost 2 moms in my life. 2. A biological mother when I was 9, an adopted mother 5 years ago. And to see you take your mom and even your dad for granted kills me. I also want to say that there is no excuse for bad behavior. And we see your bad behavior a lot. And me, the things that you do, and you don't even look like you're listening right now. It's like you could care less. There's just this big wall, and you're not even listening.
I already told you.
You called me names. That's all you've done.
Okay,
Yeah,
so can I mediate? Can I mediate, Faith?
You didn't tell
Can you
me
trust
anything. Yeah.
Can you
You
put
can't tell
put
you
your trust in
anything,
me?
Faith. Nobody
Why?
can tell you anything
Guys,
because, honey,
emotions
you
down.
don't listen.
Okay,
That's
guys,
not-
can I
Do
mediate?
not listen. If it's something that you don't like, you just don't listen.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Fair point. She makes a fair point. But guys, let me, because the emotions are high, right? So Faith, you've had this amazing woman. She says, I've come up, I've got domestic violence and abuse background, and I'm a psychologist with a degree. She's a person who knows better. And when we want to be better at life, we find the people with degrees, not people with public opinions that suit how we feel. Okay, so that's first and foremost therapy. That's what therapy teaches us. We don't go to the people we think we can help us. We actually go to the people that can help us, right? So Bugsy sat here and said, hey, Faith, I've watched this very closely. I have no ill intent towards you. And these are the reasons why I sent these books. And it was actually a kind gesture because I'm a concerned person who sits there and watches the nastiness all day. I feel like these would have helped. You are now in the defense. Because why? You called her names and you don't want to backpedal. But it's okay to accept wrong. Just because these people having a public opinion on you doesn't mean you can't stand for what's right for your soul. You understand? They're gonna say whatever they want. But here's the thing, Faith, you acted poorly. She's saying that was a good gesture. She's saying, this is why. She's actually even talking to you with care. I can hear, I can feel her energy. You know I read energy. I can feel she has care. So you having this defense, this I can't be fucked attitude, this, hey, she's giving you a golden opportunity of saying, hey, this is now a second time we're going to revisit this situation. These are my facts. Hear me out. This is what I was intending to do. And you're sitting there on the defense. I know why you're on the defense, but it's not right. So let's try this again, Faith. Let's not think what's appropriate for the cameras. Let's think, was that actually a nice gesture? Let's start there. Even if she didn't know you.
I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment.
Faith, I've been in your lives before, and I've come and talked to you in your lives. You've brought me up a couple of times, and I have never come after you. And I was somebody that sent you $250.
I know.
Yeah, see, you
And
know.
I love you for it.
So
And I love you for it. But
I did it because I was trying to help. So I'm not coming. I've never come after you in a place of hate or even in a place of anger.
Bugsy,
Ever.
I understand that. I understand
But
that. Like,
she's right. You are addicted, but you're addicted to drama, and you're addicted to being a victim. And you don't, honey, you don't always have to be a victim. And
I'm
you
not
don't
being a
always have to
victim. If
be,
I said how
you
I
don't
felt,
always have to
if
have
I said
drama
how I
around
felt,
you.
no,
And
I don't. But
the
I'm
other
saying
thing
how I
that
feel.
is concerning, not just to me, but to other people, is when you are talking to men, any man, it could be any man on the internet, and you're the way that you act and talk to them is disturbing. It's so disturbing. And I know that you want to have a boyfriend and you want to get married and you want to have this life, but
You
you're
can think
you're not
you're
doing
Can I
it.
entitled
can
to
I
your
play devil
opinion.
guys, can I play devil's advocate? However she talks to women is her prerogative. Let's talk about it. We've got strippers, OnlyFans, prostitutes, all these people and what they do, and just because they do it behind the scenes, we never judge them for it. Okay? Because sex work, domestic violence, let's play if we're gonna play fair, we're gonna play fair for real. So the fairness is if she talks to men in a particular way, that's on her. That's completely nothing to do
Absolutely.
with the internet. It is a woman's right. It is, and we will not sexualize or slut shame and all of that just because she's exercising her right for her sexual needs. Okay, because we don't do that. We don't do that as women. Women. I don't know what we're talking about here, but I'm just jumping into that. If she has a sexual need and she's
We're talking
talking to people,
about
that's
the
on her.
people
That's on
who
her.
do it.
Honestly.
I agree.
We're talking about the people who
I apologize for that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree
I
with you,
appreciate
T.
that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
apologize for that. That was a little bit low.
Yeah.
But that's
It
really
wasn't.
not what I meant for
Look,
it to
I
No,
be.
think
but
you know what I think. I think
appreciate
attentions.
it.
I think emotions are high. I think Faith has insulted your good faith. I think she has not appreciated it, and what I think is that she's not accepting what she's done to you, and that's very hurtful. So some of the things you might say might be out of hurt, but some of them, I think your original intentions as her friend, I do think you had the best. You don't
I
give somebody
understand that, but you gotta
$250 if you
tell
don't
them.
care.
You gotta tell the friend. You have to tell
I
the
can't
friend
tell you
what
anything,
to
Faith.
If I sent you a book, you wouldn't think otherwise. This lady has sent you $250 and talked many times with you. You've just agreed to that. She's technically a friend. She has physically, financially
Yeah.
ensured to see you do well. She has good intentions. But my sister, listen to me. If I sent you those same books, you wouldn't talk shit on me. But you're talking
No.
shit on her. Do you see the difference?
No. You know why? Can I
Why?
please explain?
Yeah.
Because
Of course.
you would have the decency to be like, hey, I sent you this. And
I've
that's it.
tried to message
That's
you
all I
several
wanted.
times, Faith.
Actually, no, Faith. I wouldn't, because you know why? A lot of the time, I lack communication. Unless you're calling me, I don't text. Everyone knows that. So, to be honest, most of the time that I've ever sent my friends, it's been a complete surprise, and that's my right to do so, to get my friends surprised. Like, if I think that's something that's going to be useful for them, they're going to trust and believe that was good for them. Here's the thing. You are attacking other people thinking they have bad intentions for the excessive amount of hate you're receiving. And you're eating the poison, so you're reflecting poison. We're going back to square one. You've got good
And
people who are insisting.
Faith, we have more in common than you realize.
Oh, I know. You
Hold
told
on.
me.
I'm in a rehab place, and I've been here for 3 years.
Chewy, come here.
I was in a hospital for 2 years before I came here. I was in a terrible accident.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can we just
And
stop for a second? I'm
after
very
2
sorry to hear
years
that.
of
That's
fighting,
awful.
After 2 years of fighting, I lost my leg. And I am now in a wheelchair myself.
My heart can't take it.
So I have sent you messages that have never been responded to. Not one time. Not once. So
That's it.
when I tell you that what I did with sending you that stuff, I did out of concern.
This is Chewy, everybody. He has his own fan
Hi,
club.
Chewy.
Chewy is a service animal, an ex-support emotional animal, and he's in retirement, and that's why he's chunky. He gets 3 cooked meals a day because his mama loves him. Look at him. He's just absolutely adorable.
Chewy. Bugsy, you know that I've got nothing but love for you.
No, you
I
don't.
don't know that, Faith.
No, you don't.
I don't know that at all. You've never said more than 5 or 6 words to me.
And I honestly, I do feel as though, yeah, I was insulting just now, and I insulted your good faith, like T was saying, and I don't. That isn't me. One thing that I do know is that when you, after everything that I've been through, if someone cares for me, in any situation, if someone sends me a book like that, I would have taken it and been like, oh, hell yeah. This is this.
No, you never would have done
Don't
that.
say no.
Faith, yeah, she's right, Bugsy. She's right, because I can attest to that. But to be honest,
Right.
before you explain yourself, Faith, you owe an apology. Before someone can be heeding to your words, you have to close the wound you opened. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry for the way that I made you feel.
What is an apology without changed behavior? I said sorry to many people many times, and I didn't change my behavior.
Right.
No one could accept it because my behavior wasn't changed, right?
And
so
what
you're
do you
saying,
mean by
I'm
that?
sorry.
Exactly.
Okay, so what I mean by that, right, for explaining this to you, what I mean exactly by this. Faith, if I slap, I don't know how to say it for TikTok. If I poke your nose and I say, I'm sorry, but then tomorrow I poke your nose, I'm sorry, tomorrow I poke your nose, what's the point of I'm sorry? It loses its value. Dude, you have Bugsy. She's saying, hey, I care for you. She's still saying she cares for you. And I'm sure you've said some awful things about her because I know your nature. I know what you do.
Yes.
So you've insulted her. You've insulted her good nature. And you've now publicly made her known, knowing she just said, I don't want to be known on this platform. I just want to be a participant. You've put her indirectly, crossed all of her boundaries, and then
Wait, how did I
So
make
3
her
days
know?
ago, or whenever these books were received, you made it public, you hosted a live, and Bugsy's name was dragged through the app. Is that not correct, or am I wrong?
No, that is not correct. Because I hosted a live and I said, my dad and I were talking, and I said, who the fuck sent me those books? Bugsy's name was never mentioned.
You exploded on your dad. You didn't, the way that you just made it sound, and he didn't have anything to do with it.
He laughed at it, though.
Oh my God, he laughed. The world is going to end because he took it and laughed about it. Took something that you were taking negative and tried to make it not negative, tried to turn it into a positive. You have become such a negative person, Faith.
That's sad.
She's right. It's toxic.
It's sad. That's sad. You're such a beautiful girl.
Bugsy, I have no issues other than the fact you didn't tell me, and I really feel like that would have been the respectful thing.
I've never been able to get a hold of you, Faith. If I would have sent you a box of candy bars or a box of anything else, it would have been fine.
No, you
one second, guys. 1 second, pause, 1 second again. So what we're going to break down is this. Faith, new information has just come out. On live, when you received those books, your dad giggled at them and you chased him down, screaming at him, losing your shit. Now, Faith, let me ask you a question. Do you think that is justice to the crime committed? If you're a bit upset, a bit, displeased with it, a bit insulted, what you would do is, hey, I don't find this very funny. I actually took offense. And can you... Nope. No, not to your dad. To Bugsy. Bugsy's the one that sent the books. You don't go going on to your dad because someone else did an action. That's not fair. You're abusing your dad. And he loves you. But
I didn't
exactly
know.
If he didn't know, why are you going off at him? If your issue was with
him, because he laughed at it at the time.
Oh my God.
When I had no idea.
So what? If that's how he decides to cope, that's
his.
Did you know, Faith, did you know I laugh consistently, not actually out of laughter enjoyment. I actually laugh out of nervousness. You just saw it. I'm sitting here very uncomfortable. This is my very first you know, really being seen by TikTok. And this is not for the reason I wanted to be seen.
Yeah.
But yet I'm sitting here through this, making an embarrassment of myself, really trying. And I'm sure there are people in this chat now don't like me because I'm sitting through this. And you know what that means for me? I'm putting myself once again in a situation that is not for me. So I just laughed. I picked you up Chewy. You guys saw me cuddle Chewy, but I laughed. I was like, yeah, like, that's out of nervousness. Do you really? Here's the thing. You do not know what's in your parents' brains every day. You do not know how you feel, how others feel. You are only in control of how you feel. So if you had an issue with Bugsy sending you those self-help books, and you were in
she sent them.
Okay, babe. Well, listen to me. Listen. If you had a problem with it, you were insulted with it. Then the moment you found out it was Bugsy,
I didn't.
Did you call your names Bugsy? Did she call your name?
I've told several people. I put it out there on several people's lives. So it's out there. Faith, I can't ever talk to you.
Please don't.
You never respond.
You didn't even message. Message.
You need to go and look at your messages because I have
Did
messaged
you message me about the books?
I can't, because when I go to message you now, it says I can't send you another message until you respond to what I've sent to you.
So you're in the message request. So no, Faith, this is on you. I play fair, baby. I play fair. You know that. That's on you. You're in the message request. How the hell is she going to notify you? Honestly.
How?
She has to go into your life.
She's able to come in my life.
Yeah, I've been in your life a lot.
She comes in my life.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, you know what, Bugsy, you could have handled it a little bit better. But I will say to you, Bugsy, personally, I understand your actions because it seems like a lot of emotions involved. You put $250. First of all, you're a woman that's disabled, and I'm very sorry for your circumstances, and that's awful. Second of all, I can understand when you gave help and now this is what you're seeing your help has gone to, you feel wronged done by. So I understand that you will make questionable decisions. But the thing is, Faith, at the end of the day, babe, a little bit of communication, a little bit of appreciation, a little bit of kindness, and a little bit of understanding, not just for yourself, but for those around you. You have to. You're sitting there defending. I'm not attacking you. I love you, but this is the real fact.
I know. And
I want you
to. She could have told me. That's it.
Faith, I just want to say one more thing, and I don't want you to comment. Really, just listen and please just soak it up. Take down that wall just a little tiny bit. I'm not asking you to kick it all down and be open to everybody, but I want you to remember, if there's not ever anything that you don't listen to me say, this is what I want you to remember. There's going to come a time that your mom's not going to be there to yell back at you. There's going to come a time when your dad isn't going to be there to laugh at a book. Whether it's tomorrow, whether it's 10 years from now. And you're going to look back at these times and you're going to think, oh my God.
She's right.
And I have to tell you that losing a parent is indescribable pain. I don't have children, so I don't know about losing a child, but I can tell you, losing a parent.
Darling, she's not going to know that. She's not going to know that kind of wisdom or that kind of pain until she physically goes through it. A lot of the time when we go through life, we look at things at an objective point of view, like we look at things from a bird's eye view. And we can say we understand, but we really don't until we're really in the trenches. I lost my father at 15 years old, and it determined a very dark path for me for a very long time until I healed. I learned that lesson at a very young age, and it is one of the reasons why I have the heart I have today for people who make mistakes. I believe in rehabilitation. I believe in understanding that we are human, and forgiveness is key. But you cannot forgive yourself, you cannot forgive your parents, and you cannot heal from an environment that you remain in. So when this comes down to this, you should never leave because of bullies, never succumb to bullies, and never lay down, because I have never. You've never seen me lay down.
No.
But what I have done is moved in the best interest to myself. What I have done is moved with the best interest for myself. Now, Faith is number one main character in Faith's life, but Faith is not the main character in everyone's life. And when I told you I needed space from you because you put me in danger at a mental space I cannot control. I have very serious reasons to why I'm where I was at, right? I still held that with integrity. You then put me in danger and said, deal with it. Faith, and I just want to say something. I don't want to have to go to this stream, but what if that was a really bad mental health day for me and I ended up...
Yeah.
Would you take accountability then?
I would take accountability then. I would take accountability now. I would take... I'm literally telling you
But
because I've known this girl...
Bubba, but you didn't. You know what you did? You know what you did? You went to another
I
show.
acted in anger.
You went to another show, you lied on my name and then put me further in danger.
I acted out of anger. Okay? There's no excuse for that.
But that's what I'm saying to you. Your reactions to situations are not justified. They're over. And do you know why they're overreactions? Simply because you're eating the poison every day. You have not give your brain a break. The serotonin, the fucking cortisol levels, everything in your brain is on overdrive. Go to bed, have a day off. Have a fucking 2 weeks
and
off.
Then
have
do
a
what?
month off.
And then do what?
Bubba,
Babe,
have
and then
some.
do
I
what?
can send you a bunch of hobbies. I can send you whatever the fuck. I can have these platforms send you hobbies so you can be with yourself and something that is positive. But you know what's not positive? Eating it. Stop eating
You
it.
got 3 books.
Yes, and now I will read them. Now I will read them. Now that it's been explained.
If you don't read, then fucking watch YouTube videos. If you don't watch YouTube videos, go to Instagram and watch. Go to this. You know how many coaches are on Instagram? Everyone trying to get famous within 5 minutes with a fit body and half a brain. Go watch them, bro. Learn a new skill. Go do archery. You're in a wheelchair. Go learn something. Get some test. Go do something energizing. Go join a sport. Go join basketball. Get some testosterone. Start training. I know you're gonna degenerate, and I know it hurts, but you know what? You are the strongest girl because you're in that position. And the thing is, sitting there hating and resenting your reality does not help you progress.
Don't you think I know that? I've always known that.
No, Bub, you don't, because you would be doing it. If you truly, truly know it, you would know that this sucks. What you're dealing with, yuck.
It does suck. Immediately. I also know.
Babe, if I don't like a piece of fruit, sorry, Jim, I just want to, if I don't like a piece of fruit, or I'm allergic to chili, guys, I'm allergic to chili. If anyone wants to, all right, no? So listen, I'm allergic to chili, okay? If I know I'm going to eat chili, I'm going to get a negative reaction with my body. Why am I going back to the chili cabinet, finding sweet chili, crunchy chili? I'm not going to have chili, nothing, bro. Why would I be eating it?
That's different. That's different, babe.
Is
That's
it?
so different.
Faith, I think it is
Because
very
you're unalive.
Faith, I think it is very. I think it is not a good thing for you to have your life just revolve around TikTok. And that
you know what? I'll be truly honest.
It's not because of that. It's not because of I want it to revolve around TikTok. And people that know that.
As a top creator, I say this with my chest out. A top creator from another platform who grew within 6 months. As a top creator, streaming is toxic. It is killing the brains of our little ones. It is killing the brains of ourselves. And if you do not measure it and manage it perfectly, you will be at the opposite end of it. You will mental health, You will hurt others. You will reflect toxic cycles because eating the nonsense every day warps your version of reality. And I can say that because I was that.
I know. You told me. I know.
I have to watch the time that I get on TikTok because I get sucked into all the drama, and I'm in a bad situation right now. So if I see somebody else going through drama, I get just sucked into that because it takes my mind away from what I'm going through. So
Yeah.
I have to watch what I do, and just because I have a degree in psychology doesn't make me immune from the same stuff that everybody else goes through. But I will sit on TikTok all day long and just scroll and watch some of the dumbest things or listen to some of the dumbest things. So I have to monitor myself.
So Faith, I want you to do something because you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. So heed my words of advice as a trusted friend, as a person who has been through the transition with you. Yeah. First and foremost, you owe Bugsy a private apology, not a public one. You owe her a genuine apology and a genuine question, a genuine conversation. Whether you are friends or not, it is not for you to hold her emotionally hostage, but she at least deserves that.
Yeah, I agree. And now that she's explained, I have no problem doing that at all.
She could you know what she could also do? She could also create have a tri-cut and create scrapbooks and open a business or Face Creations or something. You could do a TikTok shop. Yeah. You don't need to be a live streamer. So that's first and foremost, Bugsy. We're wasting too much time on this, and my head's a little bit like this right now.
Sorry,
my love. This is my first live stream. I'm very sorry, but it's very nice to meet you. I'm very sorry for your circumstances, and I absolutely love that you've worked with many women over the 7 years, and I thank you for that service because as a woman that's been through that, people like you are essential, and people who care like you are very essential, and I could have used you in my journey, and I know I wasn't provided with that. So for what you have done and the sacrifices you've made on your mental health to help those in need, what an amazing person Bugsy is.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Faith, I just want to see everything get better for you.
That's wonderful.
Truly.
That's wonderful.
So I said, I sent you some messages. My phone number is in one of those messages. It's always always on. It's always by me.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Genuinely.
All right. So
thank you very much.
Thanks, Bugsy.
Bye.
Okay. Faith, nice to meet you all. Guys, I'm reading all your comments, but I'm skimming through some of them because I'm a bit ADHD.
T, I love you. I'm a not.
Take a break. Take a break. Go eat some food. Take a break. Go think about what's just happening before we keep adding. You've been given a lot to heap on. But that doesn't mean go back to your live and talk shit about what just happened. What that means is genuinely
shit. What I will say is I am going to talk to you later this week because I do have opinions and thoughts. And
I would love to. Look, if it's going to help and you actually come with an open ear and an open heart, I can help. But here's the thing, sis, I've got very big responsibilities and personal problems at the moment. So if I cannot get to you in the time you need, please go see the appropriate services because that's what I'm always going to tell you. I'm never going to direct you to just listen to me. I'm going to direct you to go to the services that can help you in the best ways because I'm healing, not healed. I know. And you'll have to forgive me for that.
No, of course. You're human. That's fine. So is everybody on this app, babe. So is everybody. I know. I just, regardless, I love you. I always will.
Look, I always will have love for the girl I know. But until she comes back, I cannot stand by the actions you do. Because why? I would have. But the thing is, Faith, you put me in the line of fire and then you left me, lit the match and watched me burn in front of haters who say awful things about my medical health. And you watched it and you did nothing. You did nothing. You put me in the fire. And Faith, let me tell you, after what happened on stream, it took me 2 days. You don't need to know what happened, but it took me 2 days before I could go back live. It took me I was live and I just couldn't, I wasn't okay. And so what that says to me is I can only involve myself to the best of my abilities without it hurting me, because you're not coming to save me. You were the one that put me in the fire. And although I love you, it's not an obligation for me to get hurt all the time. And that's something I had to learn with my domestic violence. It is just because I love somebody does not mean that I deserve abuse.
You don't.
And I have to exercise that right with you, with my family, with partners, future partners. Like, I cannot.
I know. That's why I haven't talked to you.
No, but babe, that's why you attacked me publicly. Is because I said that.
The reason...
Faith, what if I wasn't here to help anymore because you broke the last straw of betrayal? What happens? What if that... Faith, what if... Like, I'm not going to put my personal business out there, but what if that was the case? What would you do?
You know what I would do? I would genuinely...
But why does it have to get to that?
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. The only reason I reacted the way that I did, you can take it or leave it, but the only reason I acted the way that I did was because I didn't want to lose you as a friend. And in that moment, I acted out of anger. And I still don't. And it's been like the hardest 6 months.
Oh, what? I get that. But, babe, I get that. I have been financially isolated by people for 1 year and 3 months. I was physically isolated. I was disbelieved. I was publicly humiliated and then further harassed. I had death threats. I had things showing up to my door. I had people who I thought were going to be in my life for the very long publicly took stance with an abusive man. I was betrayed at every level. And when I needed help, no one came running. No one. Not a single friend. I had to build. No, but the thing is, a person in help doesn't run to go get help. You watched it. You saw it. It was public. What I'm saying to you, there is no excuse. But this is the thing. I don't hold that against you because you weren't able to. But when I came to you and I said, I'm not able to include myself in this because I'm drowning. You attacked me for it, Bubs. You attacked me, my darling. And I love you.
I love you too.
But that's not angry or not.
That's not what a friend does. That's not what a friend does. Again, that is not what a friend does.
Hi, Dad.
It's T, Dad.
Hi, Dad. It's just me. Hi. How are you?
Dad, can you at least tell T that I've been in therapy for the past 2 months, going 3 days a week?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But
Good.
You need to sleep now.
I'll sleep eventually.
No. Dad's telling you you're overwhelmed, you need sleep, and this is good for your health. As your guardian and as your carer, that's not for you to say no. You need sleep. I know you need sleep. You're overstimulated and you've just dealt with a lot. Even if I had to deal with that, Faith, you held yourself very well, and you did very well. But it still takes a toll on your mental health. Do yourself the favor and listen to the wise words of a man who's double your age and has walked you through life. Go to bed. Respect when respect is given. And he did that so nicely, Bubs. So talk to him nicely. Treat others how you want to be treated. He's saying, you need this. This is good for you. Please, I'm guiding you. Take my guideship. Take my hand as your father, knowing I have the best interest. And your dad is the miracle in your life. And I know that.
I'm aware.
Okay. Love you. Go to bed. I now have people now who have a public opinion of me. Hello, everybody. I'm Teared Up. Nice to meet you. This is not really, yeah.
I love
Faith,
you
I don't know how to
dearly.
get out of this. So can you get out? I don't know how to get out of this. How do I get out of this?
Okay.
Do it for me, please.
Okay. I love you.
Love you. Good night. Sleep well.
Night.
Sleep well. Off the phone. Go hug the dog. Always helps, bro.
Oh. She's my best friend. I love her dearly. I love her so much. I love her so much. I really do. Thanks.
It's about